Hey guys, ViscoseComb24 here, bringing you a real quick redstone video. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to build this. It is my super compact 7x7 funnel trapdoor. So as you can see, it all closes. When I go on over to the underside, you can see I didn't give it an underside. It doesn't look the same as the top, but this does give you a chance to see the interesting slime structures I used for the layout. When I go back on up to the top here and flick the lever again, you can see it also all opens. It's quite quick, and it's also rather compact. I had been intending on making a tutorial for a 7x7 funnel trapdoor for a while now, and you can find that video here on screen now. It was really a while back. I'd been meaning to go all the way through to 8x8, but I never got to it. The original 7x7 that I've been planning on making a tutorial for is here on screen now. It was huge. It had a ton going towards the back here. So I decided to redo it and get the tutorial done once and for all. So as you can see here, I shaved some blocks off of the back side, I guess you could say. So it now is 13 blocks wide, 14 blocks long, and 6 blocks tall. So it has a volume of 910 blocks. This is the same size as the previous tied smallest 7x7 regular funnel door. I'll put a picture of that on the screen right now. And it probably can be compacted further, but I found it difficult to make a good animation while also making it smaller, so I opted for this size. I hope you all enjoyed anyways. So yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get into the tutorial. So you're going to want to start off with a block and your lever. This is going to be at the top of the door's volume and 2 blocks from your chute going down where the trapdoor will close. So once you've positioned your input, we can get started. First of all, place down 3 sticky pistons like this, or normal pistons. They will be facing towards the middle of your trapdoor. Then a sticky piston there and there. Then an observer facing up. Put down 3 slime, and then 6 blocks like so. Sticky piston there and there. Blocks. Put a piston here. 3 sticky pistons, and then a sticky piston right here. 3 more slime. Block of iron, and actually you need to replace these blocks of choice there and there with obsidian. Then there you are. That's your layout already, or your slime layout. Then to finish off the layout for your middle block here, put down 3 sticky pistons, get out redstone blocks, put one there, there, and then a 4th sticky piston just like so. This right here is going to be your quadruple. It handles the very, very middle block of the trapdoor. And this weird redstone block storage I'll be explaining a little bit further when we get to it. But just know that this is where your wall will be. So, you know, keep that in mind when building. This is not where this is actually hidden inside the corner. Now you can finish off the rest of the wall here. And there you go. That is your back layout all ready to be wired. Now we can get out the proper materials. I think that's just about all I can do for now. Put a glass block or an upside down slab right there. Block, glass, or an upside down slab. And then 2 more blocks. Then on this side, you're also going to need to replace that with a glass or an upside down slab. I think I said that, but I placed a regular block. Then put down 2 blocks there, block down, block up, and then 2 more, just like so. So you should see that these things are pretty much even. Although, I appear to have missed a block here, yeah. So the reason that I have put this glass or upside down slab here is because you're going to actually need to have a hopper timer right in that position. And so on the closing, we want, when this lever turns on, to power this hopper to sort of lock it so it can't drain its items back. But we also don't want it to lock this hopper so it can't drain its items into here to begin with. And you're going to need to have 4 items in there. So you can see they'll all drain and get stuck. Perfect. Oh, caps lock. So now, put down a glass block, then a block of choice. This can't be an upside down slab. Then put down a total of 2 more blocks of choice, and then there you go. Put a piston facing up right here, and then a torch. This is so that when you deactivate the door, that torch locks this hopper, allowing all the items to flow back. Go over here, put down 2 blocks, and then a 1-tick repeater for the extension. Then get out a sticky piston. Put a sticky piston right here. We'll get onto that later. Put down a block, and then 3 more blocks just like so. Cover all of these blocks with dust. Dust there. And then a 1-tick. Put a block here. You can leave that block there actually to place in 3 observers. Break that out. Then a block up. A 2-tick and a 1-tick. Get out a torch. Put a torch there. Block, block, block. And then you're going to need to get out a cauldron, a water bucket, and a comparator. Put the cauldron down there. Fill it with water, and then put down a comparator. Put down a 1-tick repeater here, coming out from the torch with dust. This is to lock the comparator off, and this repeater chain right here is to lock that repeater off. All of this logic will come in later, but as you can see here, what happens is this turns off with the torch on the closing, but on the opening it takes another 4 ticks to turn back on because of these repeaters, and we need this for that piston right there to be able to power and depower at the correct times. Put a hopper, block, dust, and then another block, and then we'll get onto that. Now over here, put a block up, up, and down, dust, dust, 2-tick repeater, then put a block up, down, temporary block right there, and then a slab, that will come in later, 4-tick repeater, then an observer facing in and up, in, out, and then up. This will be for the flattening of the sides later. Then get out a glass block. This can be a glass block. Put down 2 more blocks just like so. 3 dust. Oh, this can also be an upside down slab. Then a 1-tick repeater, and replace that with a 1-tick repeater too. Get out a lamp. Put a lamp right there, and then an observer right there. Block, lamp, and then another observer. Then you can sort of mirror that to this side. Or, well, first of all, start off by putting a block up and down, then a 2-tick repeater, then a total of 4 blocks down here, 4-tick repeater and a 2-tick. This is to handle the storage for the redstone block right here. Go over here, right underneath your input, put a piston facing down into an observer, facing down into a piston, with an observer detecting it, running into an obsidian block. This is so that we can get double pulsing, because, and you can probably find this in a lot of my other videos, double pulsing, if you have a piston being activated by an observer, and then an observer detecting that, it will give a slightly longer output. As you can see here, that piston state extends a little bit longer. And so that is for the extension right here. And there we are. So our door here, the middle block, has fully extended. We can take out a glass or slab, put down 2 more blocks, dust, and then a repeater right there. See if you can get in here. Block, dust, and then obsidian. And there we go. To get in the flattening for the door, you're going to need to go over here, put down a block, and then 2 observers, just like so. If I can, there we are. Then a comparator reading that hopper clock. And then, there we are. It's almost ready. So, next thing, we need to put a block there, and then an observer facing up here. 1-tick repeater, and then a block, so that this thing can power that at the correct time. And now, almost ready. Just have one last thing. Crouch and place a block on top of that cauldron, another block, dust, and then a 3-tick repeater. And there it is. There is your entire back section, I guess you could say, prepared. And now we can get onto the walls. You're actually going to replace that with obsidian, and then also do this on this side. Dust, dust, 2-tick, block up, down, 4-tick repeater, then get out a slab, upside down slab right there, and then dust. Place that with obsidian. This just makes it a little bit easier because that is in an awkward position. And in fact, while we're here, may as well slip right into here, crouch, place an observer facing out from that 4-tick, up, out, up. So that will also handle the flattening for this side. And then you can put a 1-tick repeater there for now. Place in these blocks. It should go 7 blocks out. Then get out obsidian. I've built this in the correct way. Replace those 3 blocks with obsidian. 2 obsidian and then a third. There we go. So that is the obsidian layout for your sides. Get out a piston. And then put a piston there, sticky piston. That's why we have the repeater to power it. Then 3 more. And then what we're actually going to want to do is start wiring up the sides before the layout, because it actually makes things more convenient. So put down a block and then obsidian, dust, 1 tick repeater, block up, down, a piston facing into that obsidian block for soft inversion, block, block up, dust, and then a comparator. Turn it to subtract mode, because right here we're going to have a 4 tick repeater and dust. Then on the side of this piston, soft inversion, like I said, and then an obsidian block. This right here will keep this locked, because as you can see down here, the way the logic of the trapdoor works is the bottom fully extends, or the middle block fully extends before the sides, because otherwise the slime here would catch on to those blocks too soon, pushing them towards this area of the door, and it could hit the push limit. It hasn't hit the push limit in my testing, but as a just in case, of course, I'm going to do the timings correctly. Then put down a block there, block up, dust, then torch block, and a total of 3 more torches. Put a block there, an obsidian block there, dust, then an observer, sticky piston, and an observer, just like so. Once you've gotten that, you can use this to position the rest of your layout, starting with 5 sticky pistons, then 5 normal pistons. Put down another sticky piston right there. Get out your slime. Put down 2 slime, 3 slime, and then fill in the rest of your wall. Now, just to make sure that I don't miss anything, I'm going to go back over here. So, put down a block on top of that torch, and then a 2-tick repeater. Get out your lamps. Put a lamp, a block, and then an observer right there. And so, I'm going to give it a really quick once-over, but it looks as though everything is in place. Last thing that you need, put a block there, down, up, dust, and then a 1-tick repeater. And then right here, put in a piston. So remember when I showed you at the very beginning that this redstone block storage was actually hidden in the corner? In order for it to extend into position so that this can power, it actually has to shift the entire section of this wall here, and it can't pull it back itself. So that's what this piston is for, to make sure that the wall gets shifted back into place and you don't have a dent here. Now that we've got that, click the lever, and you can see that these sides are all prepared. Now to get in these pistons, it's very simple, 2 dust, and then a block. And now, here's why we put in the slab. Not only would the slab have been powered if it were a full block by this 4-tick here, but if it were a glass block, it also would have allowed the dust to send its signal down, refiring the entire door when the flattening happens. So that's why it's a slab. Very, very simple reason. You probably already guessed it. Now to copy everything from there over to this side. It's going to be a pretty repetitive process, just repeating everything that we've already done. So now, onto the wiring part. Dust, repeater, block up. Get out a piston for soft inversion. 4 blocks. 4-tick repeater and dust, then your dust and your comparator in subtract mode. Then pull out a torch, and then an obsidian block right there. Block up, down, and then up. Put down dust, torch, block, and 3 torches, just like so. Dust, obsidian, and then dust right there. Here we go. Get out your observers. Put an observer there, sticky piston, and then another observer. Now that you've got that, you can finish off the full layout here, just like the other side. Get out your slime. There we go. There we are. Block, and then a 2-tick repeater. Pull out lamp, block, and then put down an observer right here. Dust, 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 a block, and then an observer. And I believe that is everything for this side also prepared. So when you flick the lever, you should see both sides now extend, and they will both retract and flatten. Very good. Now we're on to the final bit, home stretch. Just have to do the back side, and the back side is very quick. So place in an obsidian pattern just like this. Build up 3 there for your walls. Don't fill in everything quite yet. Now put down 3 blocks, 3 slime, temporary block, and then use this to position the rest of your 3 stickies. 3 normal pistons, and then a total of 5 sticky pistons right here. There we go. Pull out dust, put down 3 dust, block, block, put a block there and there, dust on that one, 3 tick repeater. Put dust here, then block there. Put a block here, temporary block, and use it to position a slab, then build blocks out right to it. Put dust along all of those, block down, slab here, upside down slab, and then a block, and then put down dust on all of those. And there we go. That's this side already. And then put an observer there, observer facing up right here. Block, block, block. Put a block there, up, down. A 1 tick repeater, a 4 tick and a 1 tick. Dust. Put down 2 blocks there, 3 dust, 3 more blocks, and 3 more dust. And from the looks of it, that should actually be your entire trapdoor completed. Yep, there it goes. So I hope y'all enjoyed this real quick redstone tutorial. I'm going to really quickly open up this one as well. It was hopefully understandable. I tried to explain things as I went along, sort of a combined explanation and tutorial video, and I hope that that worked out like I wanted it to. You can let me know in the comments how you think it went. That's all for now. I'm ViscoseComb24, and I'll see you next time.